Yo. What's up, beautiful people? Happy Sunday. Welcome back. It's your boy, Mr. Tool. Josiah Hyacinth. You're here for another week of 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. I'm super excited again just to be here, man. I'm just so thankful for life. Do you know what? I want to start today's episode with just a bit of gratefulness, right? This week has been kind of like this week has been super incredible for many reasons. Man, I guess the first main reason is like I think we are like 6 episodes in or so into the podcast, and man, like the testimonies that people be sending me, like they are literally crazy, like absolutely crazy. Like I'm so blessed to be able to see how people are like drastically like inspired and genuinely feel great based on the things I'm producing just from my room, and I'm just so blessed to be able to have that sort of impact, and it's incredible. But yeah, like man, once again I'm gonna start with the same energy I do every week, man. You're alive, it's a Sunday, you're well, you're blessed. You might not be in the best health, but you're alive and you're blessed, you know. But yeah, this week I spent a day in London with a team that I'm part of, and man, I left super inspired. I went down to London to look at a few locations for a few things that are in the works for the company. It's a company called Expo, and they literally just raised money to help fix a major problem within the creator economy, which is to get creators paid quicker and invoices, all that stuff. So I've had the opportunity to sit kind of like in the back and watch it grow and watch it change, and watch the CEO and his team figure out, you know, what they're doing and the story that they're trying to tell and the people that are trying to help, right? If I sniff, it's because I have a really kind of like it's been a tough week for me. But we came together as a team on I think Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not even really sure, but I remember sitting in the car. So we were going to these different locations, and there was 5 of us, the founders and two other great people. And I just remember sitting in this vehicle, just like, man, can you imagine that we're literally sat in this car, going to make something happen from an idea that was just born in someone's brain. And I imagine how many people's lives will not be changed if that founder, that CEO, just kept the idea in his head. And his name's Latana. I've known him for quite a while, and he's just a crazy guy. Like when I met him, just people who are just really focused. You know what I'm saying? Just have, even if they don't have a specific goal, he's just really focused. And I've watched him pivot and change ideas around this thing and hold on firmly to some ideas and create this one thing and say, I'm trying to solve this problem. And it just inspired me. And today I was like, man, what's one thing I can really share that's an outtake that drastically changed the trajectory of my week? And I think that was one thing. Like sitting in the car, we were sat in this kind of like big Mercedes, and I was just like looking at everybody, and each person just brings something incredible to the table, but we're all here literally working every day on someone's idea. And it just reminded me, do not let your ideas die in your head. Like that is such a big thing. And I think there are a bunch of creatives who are literally trying to figure out, where will I get the money? Where will I get this? Where will I do this? But it's like, man, do not allow the fears of lack of money or lack of this or that stop you from creating an amazing idea or birthing an idea that literally could drastically change someone's whole life. let me put it in context about how small an invoice is, and how we can actually change somebody's life, right? So I work for I'm in an agency, and I work for a brand, and let's say the brand delays me all the time, right? I will eventually get my money, and the money that I get and the brands I work with, if I can accumulate more money, I can generally start to live the life I want and do the things I want to. And that small change of income in something like that can drastically change the way I want to live my life. I look at someone like Ehiz, who is a TikToker who has like 10 million plus followers on TikTok, and he started just creating a TikTok idea, just doing something small, just showcasing his personality online. But now his life actually has drastically changed because of one thing he chose to do that he did not allow his fear to overcome him over. And the crazy thing, I think, in a lot of these moments is I believe that the fear often is there, right? And we've all heard that kind of like famous statement of, feel the fear and just do it, but like really take that seriously for a moment. Like, feel the fear and just do it. Like, take it in. Like, literally, there is something you depend on every day that existed only in somebody's head. Now think of something that drastically has changed your life and how you depend on it. Now look at it and say, imagine if it never existed. And it sounds hella deep, but like today's kind of 5-minute quick chat is really about the importance of just not letting the idea die. I think I just often have so many discussions with people, and it's like, man, you've got great ideas, but because of a limitation, you hold yourself back from something that in 5 years the whole world could pivot and depend on. And I've had the opportunity to sit for 3 years with Expo and just watch them try and tackle this problem. And they went from, let's kind of help influencers get jobs and get paid more and give them an organized system. And then I watched them pivot again. And then I watched them pivot again. That each time something didn't work, they just figured out a new solution. I wonder if a lot of us are not birthing ideas or bringing some of the things we generally believe in, or the things we generally think are great, because we're not around the right environment of people. And what's so beautiful is I remember sitting in this car and we were talking about a few things, and I must have been talking to one of the founders like, yo bro, like, man, I need to create a building and just do, I need to do something for creatives. Some idea, I was just kind of, speaking about some things I want to do. And he was like, yo bro, listen, let's talk, man. Like, if you're trying to start this, yo, I can front you the capital. Like, let's make it happen. Like, and I left feeling like what seemingly was impossible for me was literally so possible, only if I dared to ask for help. And man, I realize now more than ever, the most successful people, they didn't even start with their own money, but they invested the hell out of their time. And that's one thing that we all have in excess. All of us, if we use our time well, we are time rich. Every single human is extremely time rich. Some of us might be money poor, but it's far better to be money poor and time rich than for you to be time poor and money rich. And the great thing about having so much time is just the beauty that can come out your brain. But you have to stop stopping yourself from creating something because you haven't spoke, or you don't live in the right environment where that thing isn't crazy, it's genius. For so long in my life, I've battled the idea of my genius because I was in a group of people who saw my genius as crazy, until I came into a group of people who see my genius as strategic, who see how crazily I think as, man, this guy can map the dots and he can put two together. And it's interesting that the world often doesn't applaud those things, but hear me out. If you keep building and sharing and being who you are, there will be a place in which you will be a genius in the same attitude, the same behavior that was once called crazy. This guy, and lots, man, if you're listening to this, bro, you are a big inspiration to me personally. Why? Because like, some people could see a specific type of character. Some people might say, you might be too this, might be this. But I see somebody who's a genius, bro. And it doesn't mean he necessarily started as one, but he invested damn well a lot of his time. And the one thing I really respect about him is he'll tell you, yo, I don't really know how to do this. So like, I need your help. Like, yeah, I feel like, yeah, just like, okay, so what I'm concerned with is this, like, but you know, like, I don't really have the expertise, but this is what I know. So I want to leave everybody who's listening with this kind of message, right? Why are you holding yourself back because of your lack? And yeah, the lack might be money, the lack might be time, the lack might be skill, but there is ample time to learn. And the beautiful thing about these things is if you stay in a room or present the things you believe in the right environment, I promise you that your ideas can be watered, that they can be nurtured, that they can grow. But stop limiting your mind to your environment. Stop limiting your success to your environment. Stop limiting what you have potential to create to the environment that's in front of you. And I think that's super important. I often wonder, I mean, here's the beautiful thing. In Genesis, you see God before he kind of created the earth and how we know it. He said his spirit just hovered over the earth. Just observed. And then he called order into his life. Take a moment this week, and in what feels fearful, in what feels disorderly, in what feels broken, in what feels mad, in your mind, in what feels crazy, just have a good look at it. And create order, shift things in place, shift all these things in place. And see, that beautiful moment of the silence was also the moment that enabled the creation to create order. And I think with our ideas, with the things we care about, give birth to them. Quieten your life down enough. Look at the mess that's in front of you and don't look at it as an end, but hover over it. Look at the mess and pick the parts away. And you know what? Within that, there's a solution of something that can still be given birth to. Imagine, and I say this to a lot of people who are like, yeah, bro, but like, I'm nervous about a thing I want to create. Like, I'm nervous about this. Like maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I think to myself, imagine if God never spoke. Imagine if he never spoke. Then the existence of that which I live in and understand and know, the genius of creation, the beauty and the complexity and the intricacy of its beauty and its function, wouldn't exist the way I know it if he never spoke. Now look at your idea. If you're made in that image, then have you ever considered what's in the power of your thought? And then greater than that, what's in the power of your tongue, that which you bring out from your head? And I want to motivate somebody and inspire somebody. Hey, do not let your great ideas, your great dreams die in your head. You know, we've all heard the quote, the greatest ideas are in the funeral. The greatest ideas are in what do you call it? A graveyard. The greatest ideas that the world have are in a graveyard. Imagine a world in which we shared and tried to find a solution to the limitations we had conversations. Imagine how much would change. And I genuinely think the world needs ideas, people who are bold to share, people who are bold to create, people who are bold to fail publicly, to discover, to find, to fix, to nurture, to chisel. And I love that. I just want to encourage one person today who's listening to start that damn idea. Give birth to that thing. Because imagine if God never spoke. Your beauty wouldn't even exist. And if you're one who in everything you believe in think you are crazy or think you are too big an idea, there is nothing too crazy. One day someone just decided, hey, I hate going to get food. I'm just going to create. I just want it to come to my house. And they created what we know as Uber Eats. And now it serves not only just to feed people, but it serves to create opportunities for thousands of people in the world. Be bold enough to create something, because you just don't know what lives you can change. So yeah, give birth to the idea. And be bold. Be so bold. Don't fear. Talk it out. There's always someone in your life at your limitation that can extend and help create. I want to mention a few people who inspire me. Two people who specifically inspire me in Canada. Elsie Bang and Fikayo Adoroju. I hope I said your name right, bro. But I say these two names specifically because there are two people who I talk to here and there who sometimes I see holding back their capacity. But here's the crazy thing is I've got to watch them over the last few years secretly, way before they knew I saw them, nurture and slowly inch towards that which they desire. And it's so interesting because they think only their lives have been changing, but I myself can say I'm inspired. Fikayo, congratulations on your picture being in stores, and I've seen this guy talk about these things that now exist because he talked about them. I've seen Elsie talk about wanting to be signed, and now she lives that life that she says she wants. You got people like The Oddity, an amazing creator who generally just chose to share and expel her energy, and I got to literally watch her following grow, and her life has changed because of something she dared to do, something she dared to give. Myself, you're looking at a guy who was stuck in university one day, who couldn't pay his student finance, saw no opportunity, and I shared it with a friend, and that friend then took it upon himself to go and raise money. That money was what enabled me to at least not leave the university in debt, and then restart again in the right circumstance to be able to finish his education, to be able to sit here in front of what he was able to build out of a situation that seemed like a demise. And now, hopefully, through every small thing that sometimes I feel is inadequate, somebody mentions, hey bro, thank you for sharing that one thing. Thank you, because I don't feel crazy anymore. That all happened because I spoke something, I decided to build something, and I shared an idea. So let me tell you again, once again, before I finish this off, do not let your great ideas die in your head. Not only will your life change, trust me, lives around you will change. And that's super important. The world needs us. The world needs love. The world needs ideas. And imagine if God never spoke. Remember that every time the idea in your heart is stuck in your throat, imagine if God never spoke. And let it go and watch what metamorphosizes from your tongue, from your pencil, from your pen. Watch what comes out from the things you thought were rubbish. Watch the genius unfold from your crazy ideas, because we live in a world of crazy ideas, crazy dreams, but now we call them normal. One day Steve Jobs decided to do what he wanted to do. Now we live it normal. One day someone looked into the skies and said, I want to get a better view of the stars, and now we get to live in space in a different way. We get to experience space in a different way. Imagine if these ideas never existed and then actually never came out of their mouth. Just imagine a world like that. Take that in as you listen to this, and man, I hope to see somebody start something they want to start and just get it out there, man. I believe in you. And listen to this and remind yourself, even when the world around you doesn't believe in you, but be bold. If it be that you have to take yourself away from the environment you're in and create something that might feel lonely, or you might be the only one where you have to build the environment, I dare you to do it. People will not believe in you until you do something sometimes, and it's okay. Sometimes you have to be the first, but it's okay. I'm comforted in the fact that, listen, some of the ideas I brought to life, I was the first person to do it. It felt lonely while I was doing it, but guess what? Because I did it, I cultivated a space in which people saw that it was okay to do it. Lives are changing, trust me, lives are changing. So please get out there and shine. Light is meant to be expelled, and if the light that's outside of you is greater than the light inside of you, you'll be destroyed. So make that light inside of you expel so bright, because somebody relies on you for direction, and they need your light to shine bright for them to see where they need to get to. Small ideas change lives. So do something today and create something, and do not, and I repeat, do not let that idea die in your head. You are great. I love you guys. Have an amazing week. I hope you feel supercharged, and this week it's got to be different. Make it happen. And if you're bold, share with me some of your ideas. Drop me an email, send me a message on IG, hit me up. I want to hear your ideas. Let's have conversations, share them, and be bold. Let's do this, man. I love you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. This has been it's been your boy Josiah Hyacinth. It's been 5 more minutes. And I tried to keep this short, but you know the way it goes. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Have a good Sunday and a good week, and I'll see you again next week Sunday. Peace and love and peace.